She changed her phone passcode after 10 years of marriage, and that's when I knew something was terribly wrong. 10 years. For a whole decade, we were that couple. The one everyone envied. Shared everything, our dreams, our fears, our Netflix account, and yes, even our phone passcodes. It was never a rule, just something that happened naturally. A symbol of our complete trust. 2,468. Simple, easy hours. One evening, I casually picked up her phone to look up a recipe. My fingers danced over the screen, tapping in our familiar code. 2468, access denied. I tried again, thinking I must have mistyped. Denied. A small, cold knot formed in my stomach. I asked her, trying to sound casual. "Hey, honey, did you change your passcode?" She looked up from her book, her expression unreadable. "Oh, yeah. Work required a more complex one for security reasons." It sounded plausible, but her eyes wouldn't meet mine. That was the first crack in the foundation of our perfect life. Over the next few weeks, the crack spread. Her phone, once left carelessly on the coffee table, was now her constant companion. It went with her to the bathroom, to the kitchen, and at night it rested face down on her nightstand, a silent, dark sentinel guarding its secrets. She started working late more often, attributing it to a big project. Dinners became quiet, the air thick with unspoken words. The easy laughter that once filled our home was replaced by a tense silence. I tried to talk to her, to ask what was wrong, but she'd just brush it off with a tired smile and say she was stressed from work. I felt like I was losing my mind. Was I being paranoid? Was this all in my head? I started doing things I'm not proud of. I'd check her call history on our shared phone bill, only to find a single number appearing over and over, always late at night. The texts were racking up, hundreds of them to this unknown number. My heart pounded every time I saw it. I started noticing small changes in her appearance, too. A new hairstyle, a different perfume, clothes that seemed a little more vibrant. She was blooming, but it felt like she was blooming for someone else. The trust we had built over 10 years was crumbling into dust, and I felt powerless to stop it. I was living with a stranger. The woman I had promised to love and cherish was disappearing before my very eyes, placed by someone who guarded her phone like a fortress. That simple act of changing a passcode was not just about security. It was a locked door. I was on the outside, realizing with a sickening certainty that our US was gone. She wasn't just locking her phone, she was locking me out of her life. The truth, when it finally came out, was both devastating and, in a strange way, a relief. It was another man. The late-night calls, the endless texts, the sudden need for privacy. It all clicked into place. The confrontation was one of the hardest conversations of my life. There were tears, accusations, and heartbreaking confessions. She said she hadn't meant for it to happen, that she felt lost and this other person made her feel seen. But the reason didn't matter as much as the reality. Our marriage, our decade of shared history, was over. Looking back, the passcode was the first domino to fall. It was the moment the secret life she was building began to cast a shadow over our shared one. It taught me a painful lesson. Trust isn't just about shared codes. It's about open hearts. And when one of those starts to close, no 4-digit number can hold it together. It's a tough story, and I'm sharing it because I know someone out there might be seeing these same signs. If you're going through something similar, remember that your feelings are valid. You're not crazy. Trust your gut. Thanks for listening. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe for more.